All right, so this video is going to discuss kind of like how we want these things grouped once you finish making your pieces. So let's say that you're working by yourself and you made all five pieces, okay? And so these are your five pieces, right? And you'll notice that when I have them built, they all have to be like level at the bottom, right? And they all are. And if you look at them, you can kind of see that, yes, they're all level with the bottom, right? They all have bottoms on them. They're complete shapes. They all look, the way we need them to. And you can kind of see their size compared to the size of the person, right? They're pretty small. And so now what I want to do is, because of the way the tables on the 3D printers work, we want to take these and we want to kind of put them next to each other, right? So the best way to move these things is to use your select tool, okay? And so let's just leave this one kind of where it is. So let's grab this one right here, and so we're going to kind of go around it. It's probably a good idea when you build them to leave some space between them so that you can select them easier, because they're hard to select when they're really close. Now, before I do this, I'm going to move this like this, and the reason I'm going to kind of tilt it up is so I can actually see how close they are to each other. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my move tool. You grab it, and I'm going to move it over here, and I'm going to put it like, I don't know, we'll put it right about here. Okay, we'll set it down. Let's orbit and make sure it's still flat, and it is. Okay, so that's good. Now let's grab the next one over here. So let's grab this guy, and we'll just pull him over closer to this one. All right, so we'll go like this, grab them, and then just bring them over, and you can, at this point, you can set them nice and close, right? Click that, come over here, select this guy, pick them, move them over, put it kind of like here. All right, sorry, I keep clicking it like that, and it freaks out, it doesn't like that. All right, and so now move over to the select tool, select, and then take this one, and like I said, we're just trying to put them in a group that will work for the table, right? So you could put it right here or whatever, doesn't matter, just anything like this, and that would be fine, right? And now when we look at them, right, they're all level, right? Because when you build them all in the right place, then they'll do that. And if I go around, you can see there's not a ton of space between them, but there's like about a block space between each of them, maybe a little less. I'm not like measuring it, but getting it close and relatively proportioned, right? So I think you guys get the idea, right? So that's sort of what we're after. Now, if you're making just three of them, okay, then what I would recommend is just kind of doing it like this. Let's take these. Let's say you didn't make this one, and he's out of the picture, and let's say that you didn't make. Like I said, you got to kind of orbit so you can select these things, and they're kind of weird because sometimes you can select part of the next one, and then it gets really crazy when you move it. All right, so let's grab this one. Let's say he's out of the picture. Move him over here. Okay, so if you had these three, I think the way I would want to group them is grab this one, and I would move this one maybe like, like over, even over here, something like this, just so they're kind of close, right? And then that way, the printer can print all of them relatively close together, and it'll print quicker and all of that. If you just got two, you can put them right next to each other or stack them. It doesn't matter. If you have four, you can just go two and two. The whole point is to keep them kind of grouped tight, just not in a big single file line, right? That's what you don't want. So if you have three, definitely do it like this, not like where this one would be over here. Okay, so that's what we're looking for when we talk about grouping. Hope this is helpful. And remember, just use a combination of the select tool and the move tool, and you'll get the hang of it once you do it a couple times. And just remember, if you screw it up, just hit that undo button. That's your fail safe button. All right. So hope this is helpful to you.